Hello and welcome back to the Ironman Completionist Series, the series where we redefine efficiency by going for completionist content and collection log slots on a brand new account, which has caused us to do some unconventional grinds for an early game Ironman. In the last episode, we worked on getting 65 rune crafting from Guardians of the Rift, and also to farm up the runes that we need to go grind out MTA. Now we're short on runes, we're gonna need to buy some more, but this episode is gonna be dedicated to grinding out MTA. Probably not all in one shot. From what I've seen, it looks like completing MTA is about 30 hours of just brain dead stuff. And I don't think my autism is autisming that hard today. But I think what we'll be doing for today is grinding out as much MTA as we can, as well as breaking things up by going for Barrow's gloves. So I mentioned a long time ago that we were going to work on things little by little, and we have. Look, we're up to 121 quest points. So we're honestly really not that far away from Barrow's gloves. So I think over the next 2 episodes or so, we'll probably be knocking out those 2 grinds together. But first things first, quick little sidebar. We're going to go check out Varlamore because this medium clue scroll requires me to go there. So, why not? Also, you guys in the comment section won't shut up about Varlamore, so let's go check it out and see what all the fuss is about. Okay, well that was really quick, but we now have access to Varlamore. Do I talk to the NPC in Varrock there? Is that how I get there? Okay, there we go. Let's talk to this guy. Okay, there we go. So this is how we get to Varlamore, apparently. I'm excited to explore the content in Varlamore. I am. However, the thing I'm not really a big fan of what I've seen so far is it seems like this content is really geared towards Ironman, which I've never really been a fan of, is when content was kind of released with the intention of it being geared towards Ironman, because I think the whole concept behind the Ironman game mode was that it's supposed to be different. It's supposed to be an additional challenge. So, I've never been a big fan of when kind of Jagex intentionally releases content that, feels like it's geared towards Ironman, which it definitely does. At least from what I've seen and whatnot on YouTube and whatnot. Okay, and our next clue is also in Varlamore, so nice. So this first clue I have is in the Fortis Coliseum, and I have a little bit of a confession to make. So I've had some people commenting when I chat with people in Discord or in game, and through those conversations I've realized that I may have given off the impression that I'm like a cute noob or something. So to give you guys a little bit more background about me, on screen here you'll see my stats and whatnot on my main. So as you see there, my main is not a noob by any means. It's just when I approach some of this new content with confusion, it's because I've never done it before. I stopped playing my main really regularly, probably around 2019, 2020. So much of the new content that I'm talking about, I'm not familiar with. However, my favorite content before was actually the Inferno. I love the Inferno. I grinded it out with an ACB and D-Hides and Arams back in the day, back in like 2019. I think I was like Inferno Cape like number 5,000-ish, something like that. I absolutely love that content. So when I heard about the Coliseum, I was super hyped about that content. However, something I don't understand about this is why are the rewards so trash? Like, the whole thing that I was really excited about with the Coliseum is that I love the Inferno, but you don't really have much of a reason to go do it again unless you're going for a pet or whatever. So I love the idea of having an Inferno style content be a normal boss that you're farming for the drops and for the rewards. However, besides the Quiver, which is essentially just like the range version of the Inferno Cape, you have a Proselyte upgrade. Like, what the hell? This is like super late game content. And then a boots that essentially is like a Ring of Suffering that it has recoil. Like, okay, that's nice. I mean, I've heard they're good, but that's not the kind of content. That's not the kind of thing that I'd expect from a super late game piece of content. And then a ranged Dragon Warhammer that's apparently just like really bad. And so, like, what the hell is that? Like, with this super late hit game content, I would expect some really sick rewards. I mean, regardless, I'm sure it's fun. I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy going for the Quiver. But I was really disappointed. I was hoping that, like, I would be able to grind this out for some really good best in slot upgrades or something like that, because that's what this is supposed to be. From what I've heard, it's harder than the Inferno from what I've been told. So I don't know. That seems weird, but I'm regardless, I'm looking forward to checking it out. I needed a ruby amulet for this clue, so I might as well make another strength ami as well. Don't have that. All right, first medium clue on the account, only like 5,000 to go. What do we got here? Hey, nature runes, we need those. I'll take that. 68 farming. All right, time to start that MTA grind, but real quick, we got a quick casket opening. I got some clues from woodcutting today. Can we break our... No, we still had 23 beginner clues with not a single collection log slot. But hey, ooh, we got double. Oh, yes, peak fashionscape right there. Okay, actually those don't look very good, but you know what? Hey, we're still hyped about the collection log slots, and nothing. But hey, Amulet of Power, that's an upgrade. I mean, to be fair, I think I can make one of those, but nice. All right, actually, before we get started, I forgot one key step. I need to buy the rest of my runes. I'm short. So this is what I'm at. I think I'm almost good on Cosmics. This shop doesn't stock a lot of Cosmics, so I'll probably just buy whatever's there, maybe get up to like 4,000 or so, 4,500, and then I should need about 5,500 laws and about 13,000 nats, something along those lines. And so that's going to be expensive, probably about 2.5 mil or so. Alright, that was a big hit to the cash stack. We've got all the law runes we need. I think all the cosmics we need. We're still short on natures, but I went through all the worlds, so I think I'm going to come back. But let's go get this done. I'm also probably going to try to get the worst one out of the way first, the telekinetic room. There it is, 54 magic, and we're right about at the hour mark. Bad news is I'm losing my mind already, but the good news is that the points is actually quite a bit higher than I anticipated. We're averaging about 250 an hour, so what, only about 9 hours to go? Not too bad. $69 farming. Breaking the dry streak. No, we're not. 24 beginners, still nothing. And with that last maze, I can walk out of here with a lot less sanity and 2,675, well, a little bit more, but 75 points, telekinetic points. That's what I need for all of them. So I am done with the telekinetic room, and I've got about 1,000 law runes to spare. Not bad. But definitely, I think next we got up to 69 magic. So that means I can do the enchantment room because I need 68 for that to enchant dragonstones. So that's nice. I think I'm going to do that next because it's a quick one. We can get out of the way. But first things first, I need to go do something else for a bit. Alright, so I desperately need to get overhead prayers unlocked. At this stage of the account, I definitely need them, and I'd like to be able to do the clue scrolls. I have an elite and a hard clue scroll in my bank that kind of require them. And it's just going to unlock so many different things. We could do Monkey Madness, we could do various different things. So I've got a quick little quest list here that I think is going to help us unlock overheads. So we'll get to that, and I'll kind of explain what I'm doing as I go along. 70 farming. Alright, first thing first is Shiloh Village, because we need to do one small favor. This is also a requirement for Lunars, which I probably won't be doing in this episode, but would like to get out of the way in the near future. Alright, just gotta go turn in all the favors. That actually wasn't too bad with Quest Helper. Done. We've formed the clan. By the way, if you guys want to join the clan, you can come to the CC or the Discord or whatever, and somebody can invite you. So sweet. People love to hate on this quest, but I think it's a classic. And nowadays with the Quest Helper, it's really not too bad to get done, but it's a classic. Can I put this key on there? Nice. Yeah, super OP item right here, the key ring. But more importantly, what we came here for are for these lamps. So that's 10k prayer XP, which I'm not sure if that's going to get us to 39. Okay. So I think I'm going to use the other one on Herblore then, because I have a different plan, I think, for that. I don't think that gets us an Herblore level, though. No, it does. 48. Nice. That is the Lumbridge Easy Diary done. I don't think the ring's particularly useful with just the easies, but I guess it does give us some run energy that actually could be pretty useful. But we also actually got an exam in the middle of that, and I believe with that and the combination of this lamp, we might be just, oh my god, what, 15 XP shy of level 40? Alright, there we go. That should be level 40 prayer, which means now I can go do, I believe, my Elite Clue scroll, because that had a Armadil warrior, and now we can go do the Horror from the Deep too. If you remember, like 2 episodes ago, we tried that and it did not work. Alright, let's give this another shot. If you guys recall, this did not go well last time. How do I restart this? Do I gotta get, talk to him again? There we are. I think with prey range, we're gonna be fine, but let's see how that goes. There it is. Oh, it's trying to melee me now. Did it say spotted here? Okay, sweet. Oh, this is gonna be super easy then. Okay, I just switch, right? Use the higher damage. These phases actually last quite a bit longer than I recall. Okay, this must be melee, not earth, because I'm, or is it fire? Nope. Easy peasy, right before it switches to mage phase. And look at that XP. Nice. That's gonna give us a bunch of range levels. Let's get out of here. There we go. 20 range, 47 strength, no magic levels. Right on. That's 20 range from 0, by the way, so that's really sweet. Where did Josset go? Let's see. Alright, if you guys recall last time, this did not go well. I'm thinking I can safe spot it on that mushroom there, because I believe it'll melee me if I'm praying range. But let's see if we can't kill this Armadil Guard. I'm using my Death Runes and Tome of Fire. This is the setup. Let's see how this goes. Cool. Oh yeah, we got this. I'm gonna flick because I don't have a lot of prayer, nor potions. Got it. Easy game with the prey range. Let's see what the next clue is though. Barkers versus Vita Barker at the caves. Canifus Barkers. What? Okay, I talked to this. I'm pretty sure I can do that as well. Let's keep it going. Oh, this would actually be so sick if we can complete a elite clue. We can get skills necklaces from those. We can get a combat bracelet, or I should say the Dragonstone jewelry. There's you know, dragon items. There's a bunch of good stuff we can get from that. Oh, easy. What's the next one? Okay, another one. Oh, Lava Dragon Isle. Okay. Oh, of course, that's right in the middle of it too. And I don't have the agility level for that. That sucks. Well, let's give it a try. Alright, this is not going to be easy, right in the middle of Lava Dragon Isle, but let's give it a shot and see how this goes. Wish me luck. Looks like they definitely updated Lava Dragons. It's interesting. Looks like we should have a spot to safe spot around one of these trees. So, let's see. Wish me luck. Okay, it's the Bandos one. Oh, I don't know if I can actually safe spot him there. I might have to flinch him. Oh, I forgot my air staff. No. Oh, I am screwed. Can use Explorer's Ring to get some run energy back. I need it. Oh, and that means I can't even teleport because I don't have air runes. Shit. Alright, with that Bandos guard that I can't safe spot, I'm going to come back to this clue once I have 43 prayer, which I should shortly once I finish up some of these other quests and whatnot anyways. So we're going to come back to that. But in the meantime, let's go see if we can do that other hard clue that we couldn't do before, because now we have Prey Mage, so maybe we can kill that Ceradomus Wizard. Alright, sweet, we can safe spot this guy. I did get poisoned running him over here, but we're good to go. And this will be, I think, the third step on that hard clue, so looks like chances are pretty good we're going to be able to do this thing. Easy. I've totally forgotten how much easier that protection prayers make this game. Totally forgot. Okay. Another one. Another Ceradomus Wizard. Okay, just looking around, I think there's plenty of places that I could safe spot this guy as well, so wish me luck. Actually, you know what? I need run energy. Easy. Let's get that casket. Okay, one more. Maybe one more. Another wizard, okay. Okay, one more wizard. I'm actually not sure if I can safe spot them. Maybe on this bush over here. Let's give it a shot. Okay, now he's stuck in there, and I can't really see a good way to get to him. Maybe I have to flinch him. Do like that. Oh, okay, well that works. Apparently you can cast through this wall. Okay, didn't know that. Fuck. Yeah, that was much easier once I just one-tick flicked them, but I haven't done that in a long time, so I wasn't comfortable with it, and I still did mess it up, the cadence. I actually turned my prayer off. But this should be the caskets, or we got one more. Another one, damn. Oh, and goddamn, it's a wilderness again? This one is essentially in the same area as the other one, just south of Lava Dragon Isle. So, I don't know if there's anything I can safe spot there, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see what's going on. This is like the 5th or 6th step now. This should be the 6th step now, I think. So we should have this. God damn, these chaos doors are chunking me. Yes, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. We got the casket. Finally. That was a lot. That was the hardest. I think that was the hardest hard clue I've ever done. Alright, we escaped. I do think I'm going to save this until... I'm going to see if we can't get that elite clue. So, and then I'm going to try to open them both at the same time. So let's go see if we can finish up the rest of those quests for 43 prayer. So the goal here is to do the Spirits of the Elid quest, which is going to give us, I believe, most of the XP that we need for 43 prayer. However, for that quest, we need 37 ranged. And so we're going to go do the Shadow of the Storm for the ranged XP. Oh yeah, but quick before we do that, we got to do the Golem. The Golem successfully reprogrammed, and that is that done. Nice. Okay, that was harder than I thought it would be, but I got that out of the way. Let's get our ranged XP. I think we can do this twice. No, one time. 10k ranged. Okay, level 30 now. I still need 37, but I've got a few ideas for that. All right, I do have to go get a couple more ranged levels, so I think I'm gonna go get the Dorgishan crossbow. Got to do Goblin Diplomacy first. And then I can do the Lost Tribe, and then maybe I'll do the Death to the Dorgishan as well. That gives us a little bit of ranged XP. Not that we're really after that. There's not really enough quests to get us up to 37 at this point, I don't think. So we'll have to do a little bit of range training, not a big deal. But might as well. It gives us a chunk of thieving XP as well. We're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to get our thieving up for Desert Treasure pretty soon, anyways. So might as well. And there's Goblin Diplomacy. There's the Lost Tribe. We can now get the Dorgishan crossbow. All right, I'm gonna grab a bone dagger as well. That's a useful spec weapon, I think, in some niche cases. Apparently, that's a clue skull requirement as well. Actually, isn't a bone spear one as well? Yep. Okay, might as well grab that too. With the bone club. Nope. Okay, we can sell that back. No. Yeah, might as well grab those as well. They're requirements for clues. So. Now, unlike some other accounts, I don't think we're going to be using the bone crossbow for very long. The reason being is that I can just make an MSB really easily because, well, I have, what is it, 82 fletching from Wintertod. So an MSB is not really an issue, but we'll grab some bolts here. They're really inexpensive. And while I'm here, let's start the Death to the Dorgishan and get that out of the way as well. And hey, while we're grabbing these Hambro pieces, maybe I can grab an easy clue or two. That'll be alright. Alright, we got the robes we need, and we got 4 easy clues. So nowadays, I guess dropping things on the ground, it stays there for about 60 minutes or so. So you have plenty of time if you want to juggle these clues like that. So I think we should go do these 4 easy clues and save them for opening with the hard and the elite. And we have saved the Dorgishan from the Ham cultists, and we're rewarded with 2 ranged levels. Let's go get the rest of them. Alright, so for the range grind, we're going to kill Ammonite crabs. Reason being, and using this sick setup right here, reason being is I'd like to grab a few seaweed spores. This shouldn't take long. You know, it's only a couple of levels, but hopefully we can get some seaweed spores so I can start doing some seaweed farming soon. I need to do RFD first. But if I recall, getting the first seaweed spores was always kind of a pain. But after that, once you go down there and do it, there's like a chance of extra ones spawning, and so you don't really run out. So, but I'd like to get a few of them going before I start doing that. Well, combat interrupted the screen, but that's 37 range. So let's go do the Spirits of the Elid. There we go. Spirits of the Elid done. 8k prayer XP. We should be about 5k or so off of 43. Yeah, just about. So I didn't even realize this, but I could do another slice of ham since I did the other goblin quests. So there's another 3k prayer XP and only a little bit to go. That's the final stage. Falador Easy Diary done. All we get to do is go claim that, and we'll have 43 prayer. And definitely from this point forward, all lamps will be going into Herblore. At least until we get the level we need for that new minigame. Then we might reconsider, but I'm pretty sure everything's... Oh, oops, sorry. All right, 43 prayer. Let's see if we can get that elite clue done. All right, second time's a charm. That's how that saying goes, right? Oh my god, it swapped on me. Hope this isn't going to be an issue. You know what's funny about this location and the fact that we just got 43 prayer? Is that I believe on my first Ironman, Lava Dragons is how I got 43 prayer. Because I think you get double XP from burying them here. If I remember, that was a long time ago. Alright, another Armadillo Guard out of the way. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, Sherlock. Oh, God. Wish me luck. Alright, looking real quick, there's probably about half of these that we can do. And maybe another half or so that we could... excuse me, not another half, but a couple that we might be able to do in the near future. So... Modeled eel with aerial fishing. I think that one's close. Okay, so that is 68 Hunter, which I definitely think we could get in the near future. I don't think we're going to be able to do this elite clue right now, but I'm going to hang on to it because I'm pretty sure... yeah, 3 steps into it, and we could do that in the near future. We have the fishing level. We just need 68 Hunter, and that could definitely happen. Just from birdhouses alone, but not to mention other stuff. Well, that's a shame, but we still have 4 easies and the first hard clue on the account. The hard clue we can still get a bunch of good stuff from, but let's just you know, no suspense, get into it. Ooh, that is black plate body G. That's a sick fashionscape item. Armadillo page. Okay. There should be 2 collection logs. There we go. Okay, it was just a little late coming through. Another one? I think so. I think right. We got a pop up. Okay, good. Let's see. Willow short bow. Okay, nothing interesting there. That's fine. Gothic's page 3. Okay. Oh, black pickaxe too. I forgot that's a unique you only get from clues. Is Gothic page unique? Okay, good. A bunch of collection log slots. And now for the hard clue. I'm trying to think. Black D-hide would be really good. There's a bunch of stuff that would be really good from these. Let's just open it up and see. Ooh, ancient coif. Okay, I mean that's like one of the worst pieces of D-hide that we could get, but also 2 pages. Honestly, that's not really a great, not really a great hard clue, but we'll take it. Well, that was a little bit disappointing. That was a lot of work for that hard clue. But I'm sure this will be useful at some point, right? Like this has got to be better than the Archer's Helm. All right, there is one more quest that I want to do this episode, and then I promise we'll get back to MTA, and I think we'll finish off the enchantment room and call it a day. And that is Family Crest. I would like to get my cooking up. I've got 5,000, 10,000 fish banked or something like that from Wintertod and whatnot, and I'd like to start using them in my AFK time. Never mind, we need to do some more cooking first because I've only got 43 cooking, and we need a bass. And from what I can tell, there's not really another good way to get one other than maybe gourmet and blings or something like that. But yeah, not gonna happen. That's all right. Later on, we will start the cooking grind, and then we'll come back to that. All right, I'm sorry, I lied. There's actually one more thing that I want to do before going to back to MTA. That's because a commenter, I'll put it on screen now, actually brought to my attention that the Hespori has a 100% weakness to fire spells. So I did some calculations. With this Chad setup that you see right here, my max hit against Hespori is 35 using Fire Blast, which is pretty insane. And my time to kill according to Gearscape is about 80 seconds, which is still pretty long, I think. I've got the bone crossbow for taking out the little plants. Oh, I need the anti-poison, forgot that. But yeah, I'm going to give this a shot, see how it works out. I got these lobsters from one of those clue scrolls, I think the hard clue. I'm going to try this out and see how it goes. I think usually you would pray magic against Hespori, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to try to pray range just because I have no magic defense. And I think we do have, excuse me, no range defense. I think we have some magic defense. Okay, 71. That's not, I mean, I don't think that's completely insignificant, especially with Mystic Lore on. So let's give this a shot, see how it goes. Ready? Yes. Okay, last phase. Ooh, 35 max hit right there. Oh, is that another one? Oh, we're gonna get it. We're just chunking away at the end there. No way. I did not think I would be able to kill Hespori with this gear. No way. That is sick. I just chunked him for like 100 damage at the end. Hit 2 max hits in a row. Oh my god. I was just thinking to myself, I thought about going out and restarting because I think a Ring of Recoils would help this a lot, right? Rather than just the prayer bonus, especially like those double range hits and stuff like that. I probably would have done another 20 damage or so through the course of that fight. But hey, do we get the bucket? That would be absolutely sick if we got that. That would be huge, actually. No, but we do get Ironman seeds. I don't remember. I think that's maybe the one that protects against disease, and a snap seed. Not bad. No combat achievements, huh? Let me take a look at those. Okay, yeah, looking at the Hespori combat achievements, definitely not going to get any of these with that gear. That I wouldn't. This I could have gotten. I could have used the crossbow spec because that has really high accuracy. I probably could have done if I was paying attention, and then otherwise kill Hespori 5 times. So I think by the time this is done in 48 hours or whatever, I should be able to kill it again because we should have maybe some more high level food if we're doing some cooking and stuff. Not bad. 55 hunter. Hey, there's 43 cooking. Let's go finish up that quest. There we go. That is the family crest complete. We can go grab our cooking gauntlets whenever we need those. 46 cooking. You need 70 for RFD, right? But I've got all this fish in the bank. I think I'm just going to try to make my way through all of this slowly. Over the week, I have lots of work in IRL GP to grind, so might as well get all these out of the way and just see where that ends up. All right, I've been AFKing all day basically. Got up to 70 cooking, which is nice. That's the level we need for RFD. Probably going to keep doing this in the background though. And we did get a hard clue from birdhouses, so let's go do that quick, and then we'll do MTA finally. I promise. Hey, that was actually super easy. I only had to kill 1 wizard, and the rest of the clues were super easy. Let's open up this hard clue. All right, hopefully this casket can be better than last time. Let's see. Ancient. Okay, got another coif. I think for. Wait, is that the same one? Because I just realized I didn't get a collection log slot. No way! I literally got a dupe. What are the chances of that? I literally, my first 2 hard clues, I get a dupe. Out of all of these possible items, I get a dupe. Wow. We are not off to a good start on RNG in this account. 50 mil fire making with no Phoenix. And this is how we're starting off the clue journey. Whatever. The MSB would have been really good if I didn't have such a high fletching level, but on most Ironmen, that's actually a really good early hard clue to get. 70 magic, we're on that. It's enchanting room grind. This is one of the fastest rooms, but I haven't calculated the points per hour or anything like that just yet, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, finishing up here in the enchantment room. People always say this is like the easiest room or the best one, but I actually hated that. I mean, it's kind of click intensive, but that's at 27,500. Actually, let me double check. I'm pretty sure that's what I need. 27,500, yep. However, I think that it gets that rap for being the easiest just because, like, when you're going for just bones to peaches or whatever, this takes like 15 minutes. Hey, blood runes are nice. But yeah, when you're doing it just quick, it only takes like 15 minutes, so it's just over and done with. But it's actually super click intensive. The teleconnect room is actually way easier. It's just longer. It just takes 3. Like the enchantment room this is all the points I need to complete MTA completely, and that took me like 3 hours. But it was a lot of clicking, I'm gonna go massage my finger. God damn. Also, yeah, I know that you can AFK it as well, but it takes like twice as long. But anyways, I think we're gonna call that a day on this episode. I think it was episode 5. I think we're on. Ton of progress this episode for sure. We're halfway through MTA because we got one long room, the Alchemist room, and or one slow room, I should say, and one fast room, being the graveyard, left. Those are the only two we got left, and then we'll be done with MTA. We're going to be doing that next episode, so stay tuned for that. And then next episode, we're going to be working on a couple other side things as well. But I think next episode or the following, I'm going to be announcing my plans for the midterm, which I'm really excited for. We've been knocking out some of these like kind of crappy grinds at the beginning with Wintertod and now MTA. Don't remind me, I got to go back to Wintertod, but knocking out some of this crappy stuff early out of the way. And now we finish off the episode as well with 73 magic. After doing the Alchemist room, we should get up to 80 something like that. So the account is coming along very nicely. We're still lacking in combat, but I have a plan for that, and I think it's going to be exciting. Lots of collection log slots, perhaps some pets. I'm super excited about it, so stay tuned for that. And thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. I know a bunch of you guys haven't been subscribed, but follow along and perhaps join the clan if you're interested in that. You can join the CC. It's the Ranarrs. I'm the only one here right now, but that's because you guys haven't joined yet. So come on down and hang out. So have a good one. See ya.